that you guys have. I got a nice little special guest from Sagu, Coach Pointer. So go on and introduce yourself, man. Tell us something that we need to know, man. Tell us if you're crazy, man. Tell us if you like little fish and something, man. What we got, man? Who are you?
All right, my name is Coach Kevin Pointer, born and raised in Waxahachie, Texas, where Sagu is. This is going on year number 5 for me. Man, just I expect a lot, even from a freshman coming in, because it's the transition that he needs from leaving high school going into college. So, matter of fact, I had a throwing session this morning with some of the incoming freshmen just to let them know, hey man, look at you, like you're not ready for college. What you've been doing, you know, there was a route that he had to motion from the other side of the field, but then when he got into his route, and then he had to, it was like it was a wheel, but he had to look back to sell the out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the flat. And then, but like the quarterback overthrew him because like you jogging.
Yep.
You can't do what you did in high school in college. It's a whole nother gear. It's a whole nother movement that you have to get prepared for. Right. So yeah. With the crazy part, yes, I am crazy. Yes.
Hey man, we all are. All coaches are, man. So people just need to expect that going into it. So I love it.
Yes.
So man, look, I know we're at Sagu. I know that you guys, you coaching the wide receiver position and what special teams, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And I know, like, say that again.
Special teams coordinator, receiver coach, and recruiting coordinator.
Got you. So man, but we can knock it all out in one. So when we look at it, man, when you talk about the receiver position, let's get specific on that. Well, really, let's touch this first. Let's talk about the misconceptions in recruiting. All right, and man, you got your Division I, you got your FCS, you got your NAIAs of the world, this, that, and the other. When we're generalizing the recruiting process, just in general, what do parents truly need to know? What are we looking for? What are the requirements for us to recruit an athlete? What does that look like from your perspective?
Do not wait. Start everything sophomore year.
Ooh, okay.
Sophomore or freshman year, start everything.
Now, why, Coach? Why though? Why sophomore year?
Because then once he gets to his junior, senior year, you don't have to worry about that. Everything is done. You don't want to be scrambling trying to get this done and get that done. Go ahead and get it done. I would say sophomore and junior year. Don't wait till it's senior year.
Gotcha.
And then have the understanding. So like Sagu is NAIA, but we're also a private institution. So therefore, we don't have the rules like everybody else. So we still require a test score.
Right.
So like I'm recruiting now and kids are like, well, coach, I thought they said that, we don't have to take the SAT or ACT. Well, you don't for a school that's not private. A school that's private can do whatever they want to do. Whatever rules they want to put out, they can do that.
That's good.
So take the test anyway, because you just never know. I know every kid has D1 dreams, but everybody is not D1 qualified.
Right.
Your work ethic is not D1. The way you move is not D1. So if you don't move like you D1 or work like you're D1, you're not going to go D1. Now, you can go for academics if your academics are like that. But athletically, if you don't do more than what's required, you won't get there.
Man, that's good. Okay, so you said a couple points that I like. You said if you don't move like you D1, and you don't work like you D1. All right, so now let's get into the recruiting process, right? So let's talk specifically. Well, we'll talk for 2 vantage points. Let's talk the receivers position, and let's talk just overall football player, because the special teams coordinator is really, I say 2 things. You have your head coach, you got your strength coach, you got your special teams coach. Those 3 are really the 3 head coaches of the football team. I say that all the time. They have the pulse on everything, right? So we're talking specifically receivers first. What does that receiver need to look like for you to even to gain interest, and then receive calls, that kind of thing? And then from an overall football player perspective, what are you looking for from that aspect?
in my receiver, I'm looking for DAWGism.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I just made that up. DAWGism.
Hey,
Yes.
I love it. Right.
Yes.
Dude.
DAWGism. It
Dude.
doesn't
Yes.
matter, like,
Love
because he, as in that position,
it.
I can take a 5'7", I can take a 5'8", because I know that linebacker cannot check him.
Right.
We can swing him out of the backfield. We can use him in so many different ways. Now, do I want that 6'5", 6'6" guy that can go up? And yes, but I also take that 6'2" guy that's a dog.
Yes.
That can jump, just has the same intentions, to tenacity, all that of that 6'6" guy.
Right.
But he's a dog. He outworks everybody. So that ties back into the other 2 points that you were saying about. I have probably, out of all I got 9 receivers that's coming back. Out of 9 of them, I got 2 of them that send me videos every morning like clockwork between 6 and 6:30 of them working out.
Yep.
Do you know what they will be on my? Do you know what they will be on my depth chart?
Yep. High.
At
The consistent level, and they want it, right? That's what you're looking for.
Yes.
Love it, man. And
yes.
And that's the thing that I try and tell my players too. You know what I mean? Because from my playing days, playing A&M, NFL, that type of stuff. Look, you got to understand. Higher you go, the level is here. Basically, everybody can run fast. Everybody can jump high. Everybody can hit hard. Everybody does the same thing, or you wouldn't be at that position. People also, like I tell a lot of my kids, they look down on NAIA. I'm like, man, you got to understand. There's only so many slots, man. They got dudes down there too. What are we talking about?
So the transfer portal started when?
Was about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, officially the way it is now. You know what I mean?
And it's still some kids that's still sitting in that portal from 2-3 years ago that didn't find a home.
Yes.
Because they didn't want to fight.
Touch on that, Coach, because that was going to be one of my questions I was going to ask next about what is the true nature of that transfer portal. Let's touch on that.
Don't do it. Don't look, man.
You hurting feelings.
Okay. Even though he did leave, but I still will mention the name Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
I still will mention Tua. Because see, Jalen had to sit behind what's the kid he does, well, the man he does commentating now that was a quarterback for Alabama. But
which way?
Talking
about Greg McElroy?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Hurts, Tua, Mac Jones.
Yep.
Those guys sat and they learned and they waited. Look at Tua. Like Tua come right off the bench and go win a championship because he sat, he waited, he learned the system, everything. If you leave and go from system to system, what are you learning? How are you gonna get to the league? Because you can stay still. Like
exactly.
Look, wherever God allows you to go and be, plant your feet there and grow. Outwork. Don't run from work. Run to work.
Exactly.
Run to the competition. Don't
from
run
a coach's
from
perspective.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Don't run from. This is college football. As a recruiter, my job is to out-recruit my room every year. Now, if I recruit heavy this year for a receiver, then of course, going into next year, instead of going to get 5, I might go get 2 or 3 because I got 5 freshmen.
Right.
I'm gonna always get a JUCO guy because I want everybody to come into that room and be like, "Hey man, what's that?"
Right.
Exactly. Your job is on the line.
The competition, yes.
So yes, but at a D1, they always gonna bring in competition, but don't run from it.
Yes.
Embrace it.
Exactly.
Your job is
Love it.
never safe at a D1. Never. I don't care who you are.
Yep.
They're
Yep.
always going to bring in somebody that's going to be biting at your heels, nipping.
Yes. Always, man. Always. So let me ask you this. So we talking about the transfer portal then. So, all right, we got a guy, he transferred from whatever school, okay? He hits you up, hey, coach, man, I'm in the transfer portal. I'd love to come here, this, that, and the other. What are the red flags now? All right, because, you know, you saw a guy that left. For whatever reason, he left from a coach's perspective. And you're recruiting around the state, you're recruiting around the country, and that guy's in the portal, he wants to play there. What are those red flags or those signs where you're like, nah, man, I love you, I love your talent, I love all this, but this ain't gonna fit here? What are those things that you're looking for?
Keep it a whole band with me. Why you leaving?
Right.
Because here's the thing. If it didn't go your way there and you leave,
Mm-hmm.
what's going to happen when it don't go your way here? You going to leave? So it's a trend.
Preach, man. Preach. Hey, man, I'm over here. Hey, man, I'm in the Sunday service. I'm just listening, dog. I'm trying to get the word, man. Go ahead, preach, man.
You know what you going to do. So,
right.
For one, if you were at a D1, you're dropping all the way to NAIA. Mm-hmm. Now, it's not a bad thing when your head coach is Greg Ellis now. I will say that.
Right.
If you're a defensive lineman and you don't see that Sagu is the place you need to be because of who the head coach is, then yeah, man. Because every like you don't have those type of coaches everywhere. You know, you got the Deions, you got the Eddie Georges, you got the Hugh Jacksons that, you know, but like those guys can make one phone call and change your life.
Exactly.
But the red flags for me is, why are you leaving? What happened? What are your grades like? Did you get in any trouble? Do you owe any money where you can't get your transcript? If all those check green, let's go.
Ooh, that's a new one, man. And I know that's one that my parents haven't heard about, the transcript part. More money on that. I haven't had one person say that part. That's good.
If your dorm room is dirty when you leave, them folks can say something about your dorm room and say you owe $100 trash fee. Ooh. And you got to pay that $100 to get your transcript.
Love it. Dropping knowledge, man. That's exactly what this is for. It's little keys like that. So let me ask you this then. All right, we're in the recruiting process now. So now we're going down to high school. So we understand that the older guys, the JUCOs, the transfers, that's a higher priority for most schools. But when we look at the high school level, all right, what are the things that we're looking at in the high school kid? All right, so this is what he needs to meet in order for us to recruit him. Also, here's the things that if you do this, hey, man, you off our board right now. What are those things?
Social media.
Ooh.
We check.
Why though? Why, coach? Media. Why? They just kids. They just kids, coach.
Huh?
They just kids. Why? Why is that important? They just kids.
Because I'm finna pay you, or I'm finna give you 10, 12, 14K, 7 a semester. If I give you 14, I'm giving you 7 a semester for you to come play football.
Yep.
Understanding that you are, especially with me, and this is not just with me. This is probably with every institution now. Now, I will say some institutions don't care because they know he is a dog and they know what they're getting, and they have people in place that'll take care of certain situations if they arrive. Somebody get in trouble. He's a gambler, like to shoot dice. They got people that can take care of that and sweep this under the rug, donors, all that type of stuff like that.
Yep, exactly.
But let's keep it right here at home at Sagu. Southwestern Assemblies of God.
Yep.
That's why I have to check your social media. If your social media is a whole bunch of this, that, and all that type of stuff, might not be a good fit.
That's good. That's good.
You might need to go to another school that's in our conference or just somewhere else.
Right.
But on your Twitter, make sure, don't just put your 40 time how much you lift. Make sure you put your GPA. Make sure you put test scores. Understanding that any NAIA institute, the higher the GPA, the more academic money that you get. You want to be able to get money in your pocket to
That's
help
good,
your
coach.
parents. Your parents have took you to probably all over the country with these camps. Help
Yep.
your parents out by
Yep.
being smart in the classroom where you get academic money and of athletic money.
That's good.
Get the double dip. Don't just
Yep.
try to just rely on your athletic ability, because what happens when that ACL pop?
Mm.
What happens when you get it repaired and it pops again?
Yep.
What happens when you get it repaired again and it pops again, and then that doctor says, you know what? I can't do it again.
Can't do it. Yep. Yep. I've seen those
But
stories,
you
man.
didn't
That's good, coach.
you didn't take school serious enough, so now you're going backwards and trying to get a degree when you
Right.
probably could have graduated in 3, and then that last one, you could have
Yep.
just cruised. All you had to do is
Exactly.
just come to meetings, go eat,
Yep.
go sleep, go work out, and that's it.
Yeah. Love it, man. Love it. Love it. Good info. So when we're talking about, all right, so now we're looking at the social media side, all that. So the things that make you recruit the high school athlete. All right. This is what he's got. This is what we need at this level. What are you looking for from that aspect?
This is what he has, and this is what he got. Okay. For one, grades, because you have to be smart, man. Like,
Right.
you have to be smart on the field. Of course, being smart on the field means that you can obtain information real quickly,
Yep.
and then you can go on the field and move quickly where you don't have to think.
Exactly.
Can he move? Does he move like an athlete? I get a lot, man, you wouldn't believe. Like, and look, trust me.
I can only imagine. I can
Trust
only imagine at your position. Oh, I can only imagine. Go ahead. My fault, man. I didn't mean to stop you. It's like that.
Trust me. Like, I get emails, coach, I can't wait to be on your squad. Got a whole list of accolades, this, and this. And, outside linebacker 5'8".
Yep. Yep. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, man, you speaking too much truth right now, man. You're hurting feelings right now. I'm trying to tell you when I share this with the parents, you're hurting feelings.
So it's like, okay, do yourself a due diligence, because for one, your coach is letting you down, trying to have you go to college that size playing that position. The position needs to switch.
Yep.
Put the young man in the best position to succeed. He will never play that position at a NAIA D3 at that size.
Right.
That's just Greg Ellis is 6'6" and played outside linebacker.
Right.
So what you think his model size for an outside linebacker would be if he was 6'6"?
Yep. Yep. I understand. One of my old teammates, Brian Arakpo, Ryan Kerrigan. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, man, right. It is what it is.
Yep. Man, be good at what you do, but make sure put yourself in the right position to where you're not making the trip. Got to make sure you make the trip. So that ties into special teams, which this year I'll probably put up two pictures of 2 guys and just leave out the room. Bill Bates, Matthew Slater, and I'll just leave out the room.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I know about Slater, man. I know all about Slater. Yep.
Straight special teams, probably catch 1 pass a year, but everything special teams, and probably is a multimillionaire. Yep. There's no probably about it.
Yep.
So what I look for that too. So with me, when I go to a high school, I'm always looking for a receiver and a guy that I can put on special teams. But you have to love special teams, though. Kids don't understand. You're on the football field more than anybody. More than the quarterback, more than the running back, more than the O-lineman. You are on the field the most if you play all special teams. Punt return, kickoff return. You're on the field the most. if you play
Yep.
special teams. Nobody thinks about it like that.
Yep.
You are
I
on
love
the
it.
you start the game. You start every game.
Yep. You ain't lying.
You
You ain't
don't do
lying. And
you
what's the
don't do
most and what's the most famous saying? What's the most famous saying, Coach? Hey man, what time is kickoff? What do they say? What time is kickoff, man?
coach.
Just
You
saying. Just
they
saying,
don't
Coach.
they don't flip a coin and then offense come out or defense come out. It's
Right.
not 7-on-7.
Right. Right.
This is
Exactly.
football. You start the game. And in some instances,
Right.
you might end the game with a win, with a
Yep.
field goal. Excuse me, with a
Yep.
field goal.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
that's the
I'm
way
with you.
I tell all freshmen. If we have a game in Arizona, one or two things. Either you're going to be on the plane or you're going to be in Waxahachie watching it on their channel, their
Yep.
sports network thing, whatever. But that's all
Exactly.
up to you.
Exactly.
That's all up to you.
Boy,
But
I love it, Coach. I
yes,
love it, Coach. I tell people all the time, I played with guys that got paid just to play special teams.
that's it.
$2 million a year, 2.5 a year, out there unstoppable on kickoff, man.
Every
I've seen it.
every Monday night at 12 o'clock, which that means it's Tuesday, right?
Yep.
What happens?
Yep. Shoot, you get that direct deposit, boy.
Ding,
Every Tuesday.
ding.
Yes, sir. I remember when my first one came in, I said, "Oh, this what it's like."
Go.
Well, look, man, let's get out on this one because I done held you too much, man. I said 20 minutes. I done lied already,
Coach,
man. All right.
I can do this
So
all
look,
day long.
last
Man.
question, number one question I get all the time. Football camps. Football camps. Number one question I get. How important are they? Which one should I attend? Do the outside camps matter? The Nikes of the world, the rivals of the world, whatever. You know what I mean? What do these parents need to know? What do these kids need to know about the football camps? And my last part to that is, can I really get offered a scholarship from these football camps? What you got?
That's the thing you have to look for. Are the camps offering when you go?
Mm.
That's the thing. Are the camps
Okay.
offering when you go to that camp?
Okay.
You have to ask those questions. When those coaches send you that invite, hey coach, are y'all offering at this camp? So if I'm a 24 kid,
Good.
coach, are you offering 24s? Nah, man, we good on 24s. Okay, like to just go run some routes or whatever and do
Right.
like,
Yep.
you know, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's a D1 school. You want to go, but like take yourself out of the equation and think about your parents. Yes, they want the best for you, but make sure the best for you is going to be maximizing your opportunity to get offered if you go do your best. I've been seeing on social media, they talking about quarterbacks can't throw, receivers out of shape, breathing hard, all this type of stuff. Coach, I put it like this. As a college coach and a recruiting coordinator and camp coordinator, the camps that we put on it's a necessity. But if the kids are not going to do their due diligence and come there in shape, understanding everybody doesn't have an indoor.
Right.
So it might be one of those like last weekend. That's why we tried to go from 9 to 12 so we can beat the heat, but it was still hot.
Yep.
But if you come out of shape, can't you for 3 hours, and we got water breaks built in, but you can't last for 3 hours? Do you really want a scholarship? Right. I think we offered 12.
Wow.
Last week.
That's the most I've heard at anyone. 12. Really?
And this is the crazy part. We had at least 4 or 5 parents say this was the best camp because kids were getting coached.
Right.
So that's
Right.
now, here we go. That's the difference between big school, little school. Big school, and not all big D1 school like to just go ahead and get it done and get it out the way.
Yep.
You can't put me on the field and just expect me just to like sit there and just be like, okay, hey, this is what we're doing. This what. No, I'm finna coach. Like if
Exactly.
you drop a ball, everybody got to run.
Exactly.
Because
That's what
I'm
I'm
letting
talking.
you
Yep.
know that I'm
There
letting
you
you know
go.
now. We are a team. Nobody's above the team.
Exactly, coach. Exactly.
So if one mess up, everybody got to suffer for it. And that's at a camp.
Yep. Right.
But yes, the
Exactly.
camps are necessary, but you need to make sure you do your homework before you spend that money. Go look at the class. Go look at what they just got in. See if they even need you.
This is good, coach.
See if they
You
even
you
need
are
you.
helping. You are helping a lot of people right now. What you just said just freed some people, and they heard it from you. That's big time. So I hope parents, I hope y'all take that for what it is, and I hope you understand what he just said, because there's some research on your part. That's
It
big.
is.
That's
It
big.
is. Parents,
That's big, coach.
don't, please don't put it all on your kid.
That's
Please don't
good.
put it all on your kid. Do your
That's
due
good.
diligence as a parent to see, do they even need my son? Do they even
That's
need
good.
a 25 receiver? Have they already got? All you got to do is go follow their Twitter. They got all the people they done signed, all this type
Yep.
of stuff like that. So if not, you just wasted money. Now, like you were saying about the Nikes, the rivals,
Yep.
and all that, that's good for them people to have your name to know who you are. And of course, get the gear and all that type of stuff like that. But it has to be within reason. I'm not
Yes.
finna go to a Nike camp in Arizona and I live in Dallas. I'm finna
Right.
do my due diligence and go on that site and see when is the one going to be closest to me.
Makes sense. Yep. That's good,
And
coach.
when you're players, when you're at these camps, you have to be a dog. You got to steal reps. Now, look, don't be a butthole to where you get into a fight
Right.
and all that type of stuff. But you got to understand, you have to stand out. You have to wear pink shorts, pink shoes, lime
That's
green
good.
shoes, lime green gloves. So that coach would be like, let me see why he got these pink shoes on. And you, look, you can't wear pink shoes and come out there and be boo-boo now.
Straight up. Hey, speak the truth. Speak the truth, coach.
You
Speak it.
have to come out there and you have to put that on because you want that coach to follow you whatever line you line up in, his whole attention for that camp, I'm following pink cleats.
That's good.
That's diving for balls. That's on the ground for
That's
balls.
good.
And look, if it's a turf place, yeah, they're going to give you a shirt. Make sure you wear a long sleeve shirt. So if you do
Yep.
get down on the ground, you don't have like, the turf burns, all that type of
Yep.
stuff like that. Like you have to be prepared for this type of stuff. But just like I said, please, parents, kids, do your due diligence and see if they even need you.
That's good. That's good, coach. That's good. You gave a lot of information, man. And I hope they listening. I hope
I
they
hope.
listening.
Please
I hope
listen.
they listening. Because it's coming
Please listen.
straight from the horse's mouth. This is what they do for a living. They recruit, they play, they do all that. So make sure you're paying attention. Look, I appreciate it. I appreciate the time. I appreciate everything that you said. I think it's really going to open up a lot of eyes. It's going to open up a lot of ears. And hopefully they take the action on that. So I always like to do this with every single coach that I talk to. When we play this back, man, and the parents watch it, why should they be interested and why should they attend Sagu? What is it about your school and your place that's so special? What is it?
Okay. So for one, we've been winning for the last 3 years. Not losing. We've been winning for the last 3 years. We went 7-3 with a brand new head coach. Everybody wants to put his Texas College 0-10 record on him. Well, when you can only practice 2 days for 30 minutes or early in the morning, you got to use truck lights because they didn't want to pay coaches or anything like that. You don't have an infrastructure, probably not going to win that many games. But we've been winning for the last 3 years, even last year with a new head coach. Now, 2024, we should have our stadium on campus done. Turf is down, lights are up, field goal post, everything like that is up, okay? Now, that's the football aspect of it. The life part, the way things are going in the world now, you will need an institution to where 3 days out of the week, you can put your phone down, you can put your books down, and you can go have chapel. You can have praise and worship, you can have prayer, and you can have somebody give you a word. Robert Madu graduated from Sagu, comes back every year, and it's standing room only. We've had Tim Brown. We've had Mike Singletary. People that can come and give you a word that you can hold on to for the rest of that week. You have to understand, with sports, school, family life, your life, y'all stay on the phone for I don't know how many hours just doing this. You have to be able to get filled up spiritually to make it in the way the world is going today. Sagu offers that. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, campus shuts down, and we go to chapel. It's a great experience. Even the times when I say I'm not going and Coach Ellis have us go, I always find something in the message that I take with me during the week that helps me for the rest of the week. That's why you should choose Sagu.
Good, Coach. That's good, Coach. That's good, Coach. Well, I love it, man. Well, I appreciate you being on. Man, parents, I hope you listen. I hope you pay attention, and I hope you show some interest in Sagu, man. Because, shoot, man, you got me going around. Hey, man, give me some little postcards or something. I hand them out to my kids today. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Hey. I love it, but, man, I appreciate it. Also, your time, all that. Oh, go ahead.
Also, 2.0 to get in, 19 ACT, 990 SAT.
Gotcha.
All the requirements.
Gotcha. That'll
Those
work.
Are the requirements. Get in.
That'll work. Well, shoot, man, I appreciate it. And man, look forward to more and have you out, man, especially in the spring for our national team, guys, man. I put together a team in the spring, play 1 or 2 games. You guys can come out, come check them out, man.
Please let me know.
Additional film for them, to be able to have the opportunity, all because of the transfer portal stuff. You know how that stuff goes, man. So we definitely need to have you out.
Yes. Anytime, man. Anytime.
That'll work, man.